In this video, we're going to look at TeacherMade.com from a student point of view. In the last video, we previewed and assigned a digital worksheet right from TeacherMade.com into Google Classroom. So here's a demo student account in a demo classroom. The student will go to classwork, and from classwork, they will click on the name of the assignment and click on the link that was generated. Now, if you remember in the last video, I chose to have them log in with Google. You can also have them choose to have to type their name here. So depending on the settings from the last video's assigning, you can figure out which thing you want your students to do. So my student is just going to begin with Google. Here we go. So this is the student point of view, and if you remember in the last one, I did show you that one of those keys may be the zoom in and zoom out, all right, especially in a worksheet like this where you are drawing lines to match answers. Now, the student does have two options. They can save this for later and it will not submit the work to be graded and reported to the teacher, or they can click I'm done. And if they do click I'm done and they forget something, and I'm going to show you that, I'm going to leave my name blank, it will give them a warning. So for this, the student will have to have the skill of dragging, drag. I'm going to intentionally get one wrong. I do like that this creates straight lines for them. If you are not using the matching that way, there are pencils and lines, and all these tools will be covered in other videos. But for this, it drew the lines for them, and now the student's going to click I'm done. Now, it gives them a warning it has not been completed. The part that wasn't completed lights up in red. I love that. So it does alert them that they missed questions. They still could turn it in, ladies and gentlemen, but let's hope that that's going to cause them to revisit their work and fix the mistake. So now I'm going to hit I'm done as the student, and I want you to notice they get a worksheet submission notification. It's now gone to the teacher's TeacherMade.com account, and it gives them an automatic score. Now, I chose to have them show their answers and correct answers. This student, it does not show incorrect answers because I chose it not to. So they did have some things wrong, but it's not showing them those wrong answers now. Okay. So again, that's one of those things that you, during preview, you are going to want to change those filters. So if you want them to see not only their answer, but the right ones, you need to choose that. So now let's look at the teacher point of view. So I'm going to just open up this. Here's the teacher, and the teacher goes to TeacherMade.com. They click on My Worksheets and the list comes up, and they click on the worksheet that they want to see. So now it tells me that this student scored this on this date stamp. If I click the score, it will show me what I need to see. Now, this only happens if something on it is graded, and we're going to go over a pro tip, a little workaround for things that you want to use that every answer may be different from every student. We'll talk about that in another video. Now, one thing that this does not do yet, it does not report the grade in Google Classroom yet. It is projected to launch at the beginning of next month in October. So for right now, you would have to insert the score into Google Classroom from this screen. You can also choose to go to Actions and export the scores to a CSV, which is just a fancy tech name for a spreadsheet. And you can print that or use that to insert your grades into Google Classroom or anywhere you're reporting them. The other thing that seems a bit weird to me, and I'm thinking that it's something that will roll out, is that there is no way for the student to go back and revisit this. So please keep this in mind when you're choosing how to use it. This is going to be great for exit tickets, for early finish work, for things that you are not necessarily going to treat as a work in progress in something you're going to refer back to. So here's what I mean. I can see it as the teacher because there was something on it that was scored by just clicking the link. But if I go back to the student screen and I go back to Google Classroom and I go to that assignment and that link, it will ask me yet again, I'm going to close that tab. It'll ask me yet again to log in with Google, and then it will show I've already done this activity. Now, while I am, here we go, recording this, I'm getting little bits of lag, and I think it's because this is such an incredible tool. Their traffic is just blowing up at this point. But remember, this is the student. They've already turned it in. They go back to classroom. I'm going to click the G again and choose my name as the student. And all it tells me is that I've already completed it. Now, I have reached out to TeacherMade.com, and if there is a tool or a step that I'm missing, I will revisit this video. But in the meantime, use it for the incredible tool that it is. Use it for those exit tickets that you just want quick feedback on. If you're like my district, where our students have digital, like print material, print workbooks at their home right now, take a picture of that with your phone, load it into TeacherMade, and have them answer on that picture so that they have it in front of them. So when you collect this data, you can still revisit it with them during a meet, but you don't need to show their work on your screen. I hope this makes sense. I hope you find this tool as exciting as I do. And in the next few videos, should you choose to check them out, we're going to look at more advanced tools and a couple of workarounds I've already figured out for getting this to do the things we want it to do now.